Hi everyone, this is WWD 13 and you're most welcome for it. Today we want to talk about how to use percentages in Excel, and we're going to see 7 different ways of correctly applying percentage number format, 3 ways of professionally typing percentages in Excel. That's something that always disturbs very many beginners in Excel. And also we are going to see the relationship between the cell and the formula bar. Let's switch on to Excel and we dive deeper into working with percentages. I have these brief notes here. Let's go through it together. Percentage is not a number, it's a representation of a number in every 100. Actually, we talked a lot about this in our previous video, WWD 12. You can watch it if you want to know more about it. Now, in Microsoft Excel, we consider percentage as a number format, and formatting a number as a percent doesn't change the underlying number. Now, this third point is actually very important because very many people always make mistake when they're working with percentages in Excel because they do not know this. Let's scroll down and we start seeing how to apply percentage number format. Now, there are 2 ways you can display your number as a percentage in Excel. The first one is when you do not want the percentage symbol to be displayed with the number. And then the second one is when you want the percentage symbol to be displayed with the number. I have these decimal numbers here, and these are the numbers we are going to use to help us understand how to work with percentages in Excel. Now, if you want to display the number as a percentage, but you do not want the percentage symbol to be displayed with the number, you need to put the percentage symbol in another cell. Like for example, we have put here percentage with a percentage symbol, as you can see. You need to at least show people that what you are displaying is a percentage. So all you need to do, I'm going to come here. You need to multiply the decimal number by 100 to convert it to percentage. You remember last video how we were doing it? That's exactly what we're going to do here. So with this cell selected, I'm going to do equals to this number times 100. So when I hit enter, you can see it's saying 56.54%. Now on this 6th example, we're going to see different ways how we can actually apply percentage number format. That will format our cell as percentage and it will display for us the percentage symbol with the number. So for this first one here, we're going to see how we can format as a percent. So I'm going to click on this cell. Now formatting a cell as a percentage or even applying any number format does not actually change the underlying number. It just displays the number as a percentage, but the underlying number will remain the same. So here I'm going to come to the Home tab, and from the number group, this is a command that's used to format our cell as a percent. So when I click on it, you can see it has actually formatted our cell as a percentage. It's showing us 57%. Now, these are the same numbers. You can see up here it is 56.54 and here it's 57. So this one up here is displaying it with many decimal places. But when you format as a percent using this command here, it displays for you a number as a percentage with 0 decimal place. Now when you apply a percentage number format, what Excel does, it multiplies for you your number by 100 and it displays the percentage symbol with the number, just like you have seen it here. But let's see how we can also apply percentage number format using a keyboard shortcut. So I'm going to click on this cell. Now the keyboard shortcut to apply percentage number format is Control%. Now on our keyboard, the percentage symbol is always put on top of the 5. So if you want to reach there, you need to hit Control, Shift and 5. So that shift is actually what tells your computer that what you want is the percentage, not the 5. So I'm going to do Control, Shift and 5. And you can see it also displays for you the percentage with 0 decimal. Now, I want you to realize something. When I click on this first one here, on our cell, we are seeing 57%. But when you come to your formula bar, it's actually displaying for us 57.54444 with all the decimal places. Again, when I click on this second one where we got using a keyboard shortcut, the same is happening here. On the cell, we are seeing 57%, but on our formula bar, we are seeing all the decimal places, as you can see here. So when you're applying percentage number format, you need to keep checking on your formula bar so that you do not get tricked by the number that's being displayed after applying the number format. Another way to apply a percentage number format, let's click on this cell. Again, from the Home tab, number group, there's this number format. Now, when I click on this drop-down arrow, it opens for me all the number formats. When you check through here, we also have percentage here. Now, as you can see, this one is displaying for us already a preview of what we are going to get. It's saying 56.54%. So when I click on it, you can see it's actually displaying for us 56.54%. Now, when you use that method, it displays for you your percentage using 2 decimal places. But when you check the formula bar, you can see all the decimal places being displayed there. Now, another method is to use the format cell number as a percentage. So I'm going to click on this cell. When I come to the Home tab, then on the number group, there's this dialog launcher or more options. When I click on it, it opens for me this format cell dialog box. I'm going to close it. The keyboard shortcut to open that dialog box is actually Control 1. So let's do Control 1 and it opens for me the same dialog box. Now this dialog box is what you use to format your cell. It has the number, alignment, font, field and the rest of this. So what we want is under the number. Now from this dialog box you have full control of your number format. Let's see from the category what we want is percentage. So I'm going to click on percentage. Now when you click on percentage, down here it's actually giving us some information about the percentage. And when you click on another one, like for example dates, you can see it's also giving us some information about dates, but what we want is percentage. Now when you come up here, we have the sample. That's actually the sample of how it's going to be displayed. And the decimal places are here. You can actually reduce the decimal places using this arrow, or you can actually increase it using this arrow. You can as well highlight it, then you simply type it here like 4. As you can see, we have more control from this dialog box than the previous 3 methods. Because here we can actually specify the exact number of decimal places we want. And also we can see the sample up here before we actually click OK. When I click OK, you can see it's actually displaying for us 56.5445. Now again, when I click on this cell here, we can actually use custom number format as a percentage. And there are 2 ways you can do that. I'm going to start by the first one here. So with this cell selected, I'm again going to the Home tab from the number group. Click on this dialog launcher, close or Control 1 to open the Format Cell dialog box. Now down here we have Custom. So when I click on Custom, this is now the real power of this dialog box. You can do anything you want from this custom number format. First of all, when we check on this built-in options, let me first scroll down. There's this one here which is showing us 0 and a percentage symbol. That shows that that one is actually for percentage. Now up here we also have a provision for sample. And when I click on this one here which is having 0 with a percentage symbol, when I click on it, you can see the sample is actually showing us that it's going to be displayed with 0 decimal places. Now this one is saying 0.00 and then a percentage symbol. That means it's going to be displayed with 2 decimal places. When I click on it, you can see from the sample, it's displaying for us with 2 decimal places. Now the type here is actually where you can type the code you want. For now, if you want this built-in option, when we click OK, you can see it's actually displaying for us with 2 decimal places, just like we saw on the sample. But I'm going to Control 1. We can as well come to the custom, and instead of selecting this built-in option here, we can actually come here and we type what we want. So when I type 0, 0 is actually a placeholder for an integer. So when I put 0, this one is now showing us with 1 decimal place. When I type another 0, this one is now showing us with 2 decimal places. And when I type another 0, this one is now showing us with 3 decimal places. Now this one, as you can see from the sample, this is not yet a percent. To now change this one to percentage, you need to type the percentage sign at the end of the code you have typed there. So when I put there the percentage symbol, it will automatically format that one now as a percentage. As you can see from the sample here, it's going to be displayed with 3 decimal places. So when I click OK, you can see we are now having it displayed with 3 decimal places. Now if you don't want to use 0, you can as well use hash from the custom number format. So I'm going to click on this cell and do Control 1. And again, I'm going to come down to custom. And instead of using 0, I'm going to come to type, highlight this. I'm going to use hash. So I'm going to do hash. That one is actually a placeholder for significant values. So comma, I'm going to type another hash. This one is now displaying for us with 1 decimal place. Hash, displaying with 2 decimal places. Then when I hit another hash, displaying with 3 decimal places. Then another hash, displaying with 4 decimal places. Then another hash, displaying with 5 decimal places. Now when you want to tell the custom number format that format this as a percentage now, you need to type the percentage symbol at the end. So when I type percentage, automatically you can see from the preview, it got formatted as a percentage. So all you need to do, you need to come down here and you click OK. And automatically you can see it's being displayed here. So those are the different ways how you can actually apply the percentage number format. Let me first scroll down a bit. If you want to clear the percentage number format that you have actually applied, there are 2 ways you can do it. So I'm going to click on this. When you come to the Home tab, then from the number group, when you click on this number format drop down arrow, click. We have all these options here. The first option here is saying general, and the description is saying no specific format. So that one is actually a very good option for clearing the number format. Now before I click it, let's first check it again. We have selected this cell here. The number is being displayed as a percent. When you come to the number format, it's actually saying percentage. So when I click on this drop down arrow, watch what will happen when I click on general. So I'm going to click, automatically the percentage number format is cleared, and here is now showing us general. The second option here is actually using the keyboard shortcut, and this keyboard shortcut here is actually the same as applying general. It's actually a keyboard shortcut for applying general number format. So with this cell selected, as you can see, the number is being displayed as a percentage, and even from the number format here, we're seeing percentage being displayed. But when I use Control Shift and tilde, you can see the number format has actually been cleared. Now let's scroll down and we see how we can actually type percentage in Excel. Now let's say what we want to type is 13%. We're going to see 3 different ways how we can actually type percentages in Excel. The first one here, we are going to type the number and apply number formatting later on. Now the biggest mistake people always make, they come to a cell like this, then they type 13, Control Enter. Now when you type 13 like this, they go on to apply the number formatting. I'm going to go to the Home tab, and from the number group, I'm going to click on percentage. When I click on it, you can see it's telling us 1300%. So I'm going to Control Z to undo that. I told you when you apply a percentage number format, Excel first multiply your number by 100, and then it will display for you with a percentage number format. So you need to have that at the back of your mind if you're going to type your number first and then apply number formatting later on. So what you need to do to avoid getting such a big percentage, you need to first divide your number by 100 so that you change it to decimal, so that when you apply the percentage number format and Excel multiplies your number by 100, it will give you the correct percentage. So 13, when we divide it by 100, it will be 0.13. When I Control Enter, now when I go to the Home tab, then from the number group, when I click on this, you can see we are now getting the correct 13%. So that one is actually very important. Now if you're finding difficulties dividing your number by 100 so that it can first be changed to decimal, you can actually format as you type. So I'm going to click on this cell. We can actually just type 13, and before we hit enter, we put there the percentage symbol. So when I hit enter, you can see this one actually works very well, and it's actually simpler than typing it first, then you format it later on. The third method is applying the percentage number format and then you type the number later on. It's like the opposite of the first method here. So before we type the number, I'm first going to apply the number format. Now currently you can see the number format for that selected cell is general, but when I click on this percentage here, when I click on it, the number format changed to percentage. That means the format of this cell is now percentage, not general. Watch what will happen when I start typing. When I type 13, it automatically put for you the percentage symbol there. I simply need to hit enter, and you can see it's actually working very well. So for me, my most favorite method is the second one. You format as you type. Yeah, that is it about this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, and if you found this video interesting, give it a like and then you share it with your friends. This is a video where we talked a lot about percentage. You can click on it, then you go and watch it. Until next video, WWD 14, then we meet again. Thank you.